At the beach party, she wanted to be the 2,500 naira per day bouncer. That same day, I spoke to Dabota via Snapchat in the morning. Normal, motivational, talking to her like a sister. That evening, she was somewhere else dancing in my matrimonial home. You gotta be careful with this woman. You really gotta be careful.
I knew it. I knew that. There's a reason Caroline has just been on to Adeola for some time. And it's in this episode that everything was revealed. Because in the last episode, she said a lot about Adeola, talking about her having inferiority complex, wanting to lean on somebody. In this episode, she still said a lot, calling her the bouncer of Adeola's, 2,500 naira bouncer of Adeola's beach party. Like, I was just like, waiting they go on, what's going on, what's happening, what exactly is the issue between this baby, what exactly did Adeola do to this lady, right? But from this episode, I just got to find out that it is the issue that is going on that has been going on, because it did not start today. It's the situation between Caroline and Dabota that is causing everything, because apparently they have some deep-rooted issues from way back, as far back as 7 years ago. We're going to get to that. Let's just go according to how the episode happened. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you are new here, please do to subscribe, like, share, comment, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and also turn on your notification, hit the notification bell so that you can get notified each time I post a brand new video. So for this episode, it started off with Sophia. She was just on a call with Miriam. They were discussing her store opening. In this season, they've shown more of Miriam's side, that's her PR side, her business side. She planned Laura's events. Now she's planning for Sophia. Just that part of her, like being able to pull important people for events. I really like that. So Sophia was just having a conversation with her about that, getting the guest list and all. And then of course she also spoke to her about Laura's events, where Caroline was just expressing herself and how the ladies got to settle their issues. She also mentioned that Dabota did not, render her any apology concerning the back and forth they had at the beach and stuff. So it was just a brief conversation between them. Then they showed us Dabota in her own space. She was having a meeting with some of her workers, talking about her business, how they're trying to grow the business to be a global brand, just normal business conversations. Then in that conversation, it was almost like she was trying to put out some facts about her brand. She spoke about it being FDA approved in America, Canada. She was just letting us know that, okay, these are the things that her brand has, publicity and stuff, marketing, what would I call it, but just letting us know more about her brand, which is good.
Considering the fact that we are a minimalist, non-toxic makeup brand, safety is number one key element of our brand.
Then we had Caroline and her daughter. They were attending the Rotary Club events, the 40th anniversary, and she's like the polio ambassador. So she went there with her daughter.
And as the polio ambassador for the Rotary Club Enquiry, I am excited to be here today with my daughter.
And she also gave a speech, that's basically what happened there. Then we had Adeola in her own space. She was just having a photo shoot. Her friend was also there with them. After some time, they showed where they went to decide to have a conversation, and the conversation about her daughter came up, and the father of her daughter, right? And then she spoke about some issues or some things that they've discussed, some issues that have come up basically. One of which is the fact that her husband's dad, her daughter's father, her baby daddy, was talking about the daughter changing her name. Her changing the daughter's name to the daughter's son name to his name, because apparently I think she's bearing the mother's name, right? And that being a difficulty for her because the daughter's name is already on so many documents, just all those kind, baby daddy, baby mama, like those kind of issues, right? And then there was another conversation around childcare, right? She said there was a situation where he had to pay over 15, he was willing to pay over 15 million naira for transportation, that's flights. And then she was like, if you are willing to bring out this amount of money, you should be able, that means you're ready for childcare, right?
If he can get from economy tickets for Korea, they can fly together. I was like, no. You want to go to fly with me? Like, you know what? This is what the ticket price is saying. And it's sent 15.5. In as much as I need you to be emotionally ready for Coco, you still need to be financially ready. Because I've been the one carrying the cost for 4 years. Exactly.
Now, according to it's an allegedly, according to her, he said he's open to like handling the school fees, but she's going to handle the rest, but she was not okay with it. Well, if you see the way I was listening to this gist, as if it's going to do anything for me, that's just their own situation, right? So this is just her giving us an insight of like what is going on with her, basically, right?
Okay, I'm just going to pay school fees, upkeep, you can sort that. I said, oh? Bro, don't do that.
Then we had Sophia and Anita. They showed them playing lawn tennis, and then after they were done playing, they were having a conversation about her store opening, the hangout for the ladies, just how things are going so far, right? In her confessional, that's Sophia's confessional, she now spoke about her house. That's, her new home. I say, hey, money is talking in Flavor's voice.
Anita and I do a lot of work together. She's currently working on my second home and also working on the store space.
It's all right. Now, Sophia was supposed to meet up with Adola at her store just to check it out. Apparently, she has not been there before. So, after Adola had waited, I think she had to even wait all day. I don't know exactly when Sophia called, but Sophia later called her and told her that she was not going to be able to make it because she had a lot of engagements for that day. She was overly booked and all of that. She explained to her and apologized to her, right, that she was not going to make it. And Adeola just, smiled and accepted. But I know that's it. I'm very sure, like, she was pained about it because in her confessional, she was like, there are so many other things she could have been doing if that she was not waiting for Sophia. So as much as she was still working, there are other things that she had to do, but she was waiting for her, right? So I should say that it really pained her.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive me and my bad manners. No vex for me. Fine woman.
No wala.
Then Sophia organized a wine tasting event for the ladies, and this is where everything went down. This is where Caroline literally said everything that she said, right? But first of all, it was okay. Sophia got there first, then Caroline, then Laura, and they were having a good time. Before Laura came, they were having a good time, trying out the cigar that was there, and it was quite funny because of how they were now acting like these mafia bosses that had so much money. It was just funny to me.
You know what I'm talking about? The $12 billion we were talking about, the deal we were talking about.
When Laura now got there, she was asking Sophia and she was asking about the other ladies that, the other ladies, are they not here? And I'm sure it's because Adola always mentioned that she's like an early bird. So she's like, this one that she's not here. Adola is always here when I get here. That's like, if she's going to actually come. So Sophia was just like, they're not here. So let them just, move on and have fun with it. Let them chill and have fun. Like, that one is not, she was like, the way she was acting like, that one not be her own. She don't gather them. Those that have come. Let them just move on, right?
Okay, where are the girls? Where is Dabota and what's the name?
They're not here, but I feel like we should move on. It's a beautiful night with my queens.
So that's how Caroline started. She entered Adeola diadem first. She was talking about her not having a mind of her own, being easily controlled, that when she likes somebody, she makes like a fool of herself. She just started saying things. I was like, what's happening from where to where? Like, what's even going on?
I don't think she has a mind of her own. You know what I see? Diadem is easily controlled. Before, I used to call her two-faced, but I've taken my time to study her. When she likes you, she makes a foolery of herself.
I don't think Sophia and Laura saw that coming because of how they reacted. Like, okay. It's about to go down. So for Caroline, she keeps doing what she accused Adola of doing at Dabota's beach events, because right now she's going on a full-blown rant. It's not your event. Is it your event? Sophia said it's fine. Let them move on from the whole thing. But no, she decided that she wanted to express herself. She wanted to go on her own rant. So that's literally you carrying the matter on your head, right? And personally, I think that they did not try. That's Dabota and Adeola. They did not try because if you're not going to come for the event, at least let the host know. They did not even, it's as if they did not even reach out or anything. Like, I understand that part, yeah. The only reason I have a problem with Caroline being the one carrying it on her head is because she had dragged Adeola for the same thing. So this is you doing the same thing, and you're now saying that because Adeola carried face, this thing is still from Adeola carrying face, so of which Adeola said they don't know what was going on with her. She has said it's not because of their late coming. But no, Caroline is still using that one to say there's nothing she has not said, has lost, the other time she said she has inferiority complex, now she says she doesn't have a mind of her own. She even called her, this time around, she even called her a 2,500 naira bouncer for Dabota. I'm like,
at the beach party, she wanted to be the 2,500 naira per day bouncer for Dabota.
After some time, it was now as if she was sugarcoating the whole thing or trying to make it seem like it was coming from a good place, talking about, Adeola doesn't know the light she carries, that she dimming her light and not dimming her light. I say what happened.
Like, she doesn't know the kind of power that she has within. She is the one that shines the light on the people that want to be close to her. But she likes to belittle her lights. She likes to dim her lights for others.
Babe knows the light that she's carrying. She has literally used it to build a very successful business. Good thing Laura spoke about, Adeola's business.
She's more successful.
Her brand is
she has
amazing.
A more successful brand.
Yes.
And she's been very consistent. She's there for 7 years.
It's not an insult. She has a more successful. Have you seen her packaging? A pretty girl that is so ambitious. But you just want to be a second fiddle.
So Adeola not showing up for Sophia's events, that Sophia's wine tasting, I even feel like it's because of Sophia cancelled on her the day she was supposed to meet with her. That's Adeola. That's why she did not feel the need to go for her own stuff, right? I think that Adeola has the capacity to be petty. I feel like she gives me that petty vibes, like she can be petty, right? I think that's what the issue is. It's not even about Dabota or anything. So she has her own personal thing with Sophia, right? Which we'll find out more later, but I think he has something to do with that. I told you guys that I'm sure that thing would have pained her. But yeah, they just continued their whole situation. Now, at this point, Caroline now entered the Dabota's own gist, and that's when she now said what her situation is with Dabota. She said, first of all, that Dabota reached out to her that she wanted them to meet up, she wanted them to bond, and she made it clear to her that Caroline made it clear to Dabota that she was too busy for them to meet during the week. She didn't have time for that, right? And that there's no way for them to bond, that there's no possibility for them to bond.
She wanted to see me this week. I had made it clear that I didn't have time to see her, and she was insisting on seeing me, that she wants to bond with me.
Oh yeah.
The truth here is, which I still tell her, it is impossible for us to bond.
So apparently this their issue is from way back 7 years ago. She said a few months after herself and her husband separated, that's Caroline and her husband separated, she saw Sophia at her place dancing One Corner. I believe it's that song, One Corner, that she was talking about. That she saw her dancing at her place with her friend that was intending to be the next Mrs. Apparently maybe she wanted to be with her husband, not her ex-husband, right? But it did not work out for them. So not there be the genesis of the issue.
When I reached out to her in the lowest time of her life, I showed her kindness, I showed her love. Few months after I walked out from my matrimonial home, Dabota was in my matrimonial home dancing One Corner with another woman, thinking that was going to be the next Mrs.
I believe that she was talking about Ehi, allegedly. These days you have to add allegedly to everything that you're talking about. So I believe that she was talking about Ehi in that situation because of how the Ehi thing came up in the last episode, and she was speaking so passionately about it. You could tell that this Ehi did her something that really pained her, right? So I'm sure I believe that she was talking about Ehi in this situation, and she was probably the one that was with Sophia at her matrimonial home, right? So she said that she was there for Sophia when she was down, when she had her own issues, her own marital issues, when the rumors were going around and all of that she was there for her. That morning before this whole One Corner dance thing even happened, that she reached out to Sophia via Snapchat, onto motivational speech things, and that still now happened like later on, and things on things.
That same day, I spoke to Dabota via Snapchat in the morning. Normal, motivational, talking to her like a sister. That evening, she was somewhere else dancing in my matrimonial home. You know the rumor about her own marriage, but I stood by her.
Clueless.
Sophia in this case. Sophia was just clueless, and it was giving, I don't know anything about these people's issue. I am just going to mind my business. I don't even know what is happening in the media. I personally don't even know. The way Sophia was just clueless in the issue was just quite funny. So she said that Caroline now said that it's because Dabota is seeing her in the group now, being all fly and stuff. That's why she now wants to be friends with her. She now wants to bond with her and stuff.
Because you're seeing me in the group now, looking all fantabulous, you now want to have a bonding moment with me. Are you broken or am I broken?
The thing is that when I was listening to this whole thing, I was just like, you are the one that invited Caroline, Dabota to your house, like how many episodes ago, and the only reason you now went over to her own house is because she couldn't make it to your house. So you still went to visit her in her house. So I don't understand the whole thing of Dabota wants people to be friends. You were also giving the energy that people were friends. I even thought they were close before. In fact, let's not even go deep into it. Let me finish the gist first. So she now said that this one Dabota wants to be her friend. Where will she now place her, being that she's still friends with, apparently her sworn enemy? Like, where will she now place her inside the friendship,
You want to be my friend now? But guess what? You are still in the same space with those women. Where do you want to put me when we become friends?
Valid question.
Wahala. At this point, Laura now asked her whether she replied Dabota's message, and she was like, she replied what? She did not reply, she ignored her and everything.
And if I say no, my no is no. I don't feel offended because you need to look back.
But did you reply her text message?
I know, wait, I go reply her. Don't pretend, I ignored it.
Wow.
Don't pretend like you don't know what you did.
And it got me thinking, like, how you say you ignored her. Meanwhile, earlier on you said you made it clear to her that you were too busy this week to meet with her and everything, and she insisted. So how did all of that happen if you did not even reply the text at all? I guess see what I'm seeing. Anyway, with time we're gonna find out. Meanwhile, the way Dabota sounded, she didn't sound like it was she didn't sound like she was trying to bond and be besties with her or anything, because she mentioned it earlier that she was torn between whether she should send a message to Caroline or not, because she wanted to know, according to Dabota, she wanted to know what's up from Caroline's angle, because she did not expect all the things that Caroline said at Laura's lunch situation. So she wanted to find out more, like she wanted to know what was going on, what's up. So anyway, everything would just become clearer with time. Like, things are already getting clearer now, the whole beef and stuff. So now Laura's son was just that she says she likes the basketballs, she likes the energy Caroline is bringing, but she feels like Caroline is that person that you need to be careful of. Like, you just need to be careful around her.
And I'm feeling her. She's giving bad good, and I like it. I like the fact that she's direct. But it's you gotta be careful with this woman. You really gotta be careful.
You guys, what do you think about this whole thing? For me, it's just the whole confusion, and this whole thing just being as if it's just coming out of the blues, because like I said, they dined earlier, she went to her house. She is not people that are close friends. I used to go to people's, like, would you go to somebody's house if you're not friends with the person to eat? Just you and the person, just both of you to eat. At least friends, not close friends, but like at least friends and stuff. So they didn't make it seem like there was any issue. Now it's as if they are sworn enemies, they can never be friends. So is it that all this while it was just pretense, or it was just, it gets us big, you guys. So what do you think about this situation and the outburst? Maybe she just had it in her mind since, and she's finally saying it. But let's see how things are going to be, moving forward, and if everything would be out there for Dabota to now hear, and will now hear her side, because now it's almost like a one-sided thing. In the last episode, Dabota said she didn't know about her issues, as Caroline's issues with Ehi, right? So now when she hears about this one, let's know what she will say, how she will take it. Let's just be watching, Sha. Let's just be watching, and things to keep unfolding. Right, thanks for watching, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Bye. I love you.